The answers you never hear from those who full-time RV.
These topics are very crucial to know if you are planning on living on the road. Get ready to take some notes.
Here we go.
Let's have a discussion about getting mail on the road. We're gonna go right into what we personally use.
Like, I was a little nervous getting into this and like, where are we gonna ship our mail? We
Yeah.
use a program called Escapees. Now they offer multiple services, which is at the base rate, $50 a year. But to get the mailing service, it's gonna be an additional cost of like
$95 to like $135.
So when you sell your sticks and bricks, now you need somewhere to ship your mail. You ship it to Escapees, they're gonna manage it for you, figure out where you are in the country, and then say, hey, where do you want us to ship this mail? And you're like, I'm here, ship it here.
It's great because they hold on to it and they sort it for you. So when you're ready to finally have it sent to you, which is what we're gonna get into later of how do you get that from Escapees to you, it's really, really convenient because they're really quick on the phone and their online service is really nice.
And they have an extra service of scanning. So when you're worried about junk mail out on the road, like we were, they can scan it and send you like a PDF document or something online, and then you could tell them like, hey, I want that discarded, or actually that's an important document. Can you please send it to me?
Now you could sign up for this program in person and they're located in Livingston, Texas, or you could just do it all online. And if you're not sure how it all works and you're kind of nervous, just call them and they'll walk you through it.
Everything we're gonna talk about from here on out, obviously, is gonna be in the description below. So if you don't know how to access any of this information, just look underneath the video. You have to be on a phone, so if you're on your TV, just hop on your phone, watch the video, and then look in the description. Another program that we're not familiar with, but it's an option for you, is America's Mailbox or Traveling Mailbox.
Yeah, I believe they're similar to how Escapees works. They can sort and scan and send your mail to you.
So you want to go ahead and sign up for a program with Escapees. You send your mail there, but how do you actually get it out on the road? The easiest way to start off is ask the campgrounds that you're staying at, do they accept mail? Because they're used to people being on the road full time.
The thing is though, you don't want to have a campground being your like main source of mail.
If we know we're going to a campground for a couple days, we usually just give them a call ahead of time, tell them our scenario that we're full time on the road, and say, hey, can we send some packages your way? 99% of the time, they're on board with that.
But there are campgrounds that don't allow this, so definitely call and check ahead of time.
Let's say that the campground, just as Renee said, does not accept that one-time delivery of the package. What do you do then? Come on, Nene. What do we got?
There is something called USPS General Delivery. We have not used it before, but basically what I've read online is that you can have a package or just one-time mail shipped to the local post office. Now, the USPS General Delivery might not accept UPS packages or FedEx packages, from what I read.
Okay.
But there are some locations, UPS locations, that will accept those packages, but once again, you have to call first and then expect that there might be a fee.
And if you guys know more information about this, please enlighten us by throwing it in the comments below for everybody, including us, to read so we can learn. Another great convenient option that we use so much out on the road is we're also familiar with Amazon. Like, Amazon is everywhere.
Yeah.
Use Amazon lockers. And if you're not sure what an Amazon locker is, they have these lockers that are super safe and secure, set up in like local grocery stores or gas stations. They'll ship the package there, they'll put it in a specific locker, send you a code on your mobile device. You take that code, you type it in, and then it will open the locker and your package will be waiting there for you.
We've done this so many times and it works great.
Heck, the camera that we're using right now, we had it sent to the Amazon locker and we picked it up and wada bing, bada boom.
No way!
Oh yeah. Now that I'm thinking of it though, what about friends and family?
Oh, basically wherever you feel like you're gonna be in your travels, call ahead, talk to your friends and family, make sure it's okay to ship stuff there, and then you plan it along the way. It gets tricky though, because sometimes packages might not arrive for about a week, so you really have to know where you're gonna be, a general location. It can be a game sometimes.
Plan, plan, plan. We've been doing this for 5 years full time, and we only recently signed up for Escapees. So what we did before is we had all of our mail sent to Renee's parents' house. They collected like a whole bunch of it for us and then shipped us all the mail in like one big package wherever we were. So if you're not set up with any of these programs as of yet, don't sweat it.
Just use your friends and family.
Yeah, can we get Dexter's Fancy Feast?
By the way, did we buy his Fancy Feast recently?
Oh, crap. Moving on to our next crucial topic.
Because it hits home. We're both nurses, so people ask us, what do we do for healthcare out on the road?
First aid kit, you're good to go.
Just kidding.
This can be really tricky, so we're going to try to explain it and steer you in the right direction as best we can. And of course, if anybody out there has options for others in the comments, please share below. We're going to start with what did we do, because we know a lot of you guys watching are either getting into travel nursing or you are travel nursing and you're not sure what's going on.
Especially in between assignments, you're like, wait, I lose my health insurance, what do I do?
Your travel nurse company, your recruiter that you're working with, should hook you up with health insurance while you're working.
And then after your contract is completely over, you're going to be dropped from that healthcare insurance. You're going to have to find your own insurance out there.
Yeah, because these assignments are usually only 13 weeks long and they can't just insure you forever. What we've ran into is that if you have your next contract secured with that same company and you want to take a couple weeks off, they'll actually keep you insured.
Check with your travel company and see what they can do for you.
We have also, in between contracts, did a short-term plan. We did it through United Healthcare One, and when our time off was longer than 4 months, we just signed up for a really quick healthcare plan, and it just got us by just in case we had any issues or emergencies.
Getting back to swinging into actually living in a full-time RV though, because that's applicable to everybody. What
Correct.
do you do when you're living and you're saying this is home? How do I get healthcare out on the road?
Your best bet is if you already have a job and now they're letting you work remotely so you can hit the road, is stay with that insurance company and make sure that they can cover you nationwide.
Huge, easy, simple. But let's say that's not an option for you. We recently just found a great option that might be applicable to you.
We stumbled upon RVinsurancebenefits.com. We got connected with Bob. He got us set up with our own plan, and then he was telling us about how this could benefit so many people hitting the road. And we want to make sure you guys are aware of this.
We're nurses, but with the whole insurance thing, over the head. We needed someone to sit down with us, break it down in easy digestible pieces. Bob, you're the man. You helped us do that.
Everyone is different. The plan that we have is not going to be good for you and your family, or the next neighbor, or the neighbor next to you in their RV.
Not gonna lie, health insurance on the road, it's tough, especially if you have a lot of pre-existing medical conditions.
It's also tough if you take a lot of medications.
Yeah.
Or if you take controlled substances. These are a lot of bumps in the road that you might run into if you have all these things.
It's a sticky situation, so what we recommend doing is reaching out to Bob. Like I said before, we're gonna put this all in the description. Click on it, give him a call, and see if it's a great fit for you. Another cool thing is part of our plan that we recently just signed up for has telemedicine. And if you don't know what that is, take it away, Nene.
This is so awesome for people who live on the road because you could basically see a doctor virtually. Not just a regular doctor, but you could see specialists. It's so awesome. We have not used it yet.
Who wants to take time out of their day and go drive to a doctor's office? This is eliminating that whole process. You do it all online. You do it through your computer. You have that professional right there whenever you need them.
They also do preventative services with this telemedicine. How cool is that? Because that is probably the key to staying healthy.
Elaborate for me. What do you mean preventative?
You can see a nutritionist.
Oh, that's super cool. So yeah, there's lots of options out there, and preventative's always great. If you know nurses, we're all preaching preventative medicine is key. So stay healthy, stay out on the road.
I love that if you woke up and you're just feeling a little under the weather, you have a sore throat, little cough, you can get on with a virtual doctor and they'll let you know, okay, I know exactly what this is. I'm going to call you a prescription to where you are, or you should probably come into the office and get further evaluation.
Exactly. As far as prescriptions, that's a whole nother ball game. So reach out to Bob, tell him your scenario, your situation, what you're dealing with, and see if this is going to be a good fit for you.
What if you already have health insurance? You have everything established that you need with your doctors back home, but how do you get your prescriptions filled on the road?
Great question.
You just have to make sure you sit down with your doctor, let them know that you're doing this crazy adventure with your RV coming up, and figure out what's going to work best for you and your scenario, especially if you take controlled substances. We chatted with some people that have to deal with controlled substances on the road, and what they say is that they have a really good relationship with their physician and they know their scenario, and if they need a script filled, they can call it in for them. Now, we don't really see doctors a whole lot. We probably should, but we're one of those people that are like, yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But if you are a person that likes to have all your annual checkups and you are really good about seeing the doctor, not like us.
More power to you.
A lot of people will come back to a certain home base. They kind of have that area every year that they go back and they do all their appointments. They get their medications filled. So I just want to make you guys aware that that's what a lot of other full-time RVers are doing, and that's always an option.
But let's talk about the home base situation.
Oh, yes.
You're calling this your home and you're like, but where is home? Where do I keep a driver's license, or where am I actually calling home? We got some great options for you that we recently just found out as well, because we just went through all of this.
Let's talk about Domicile.
You hear about everyone picking up and selling their homes and hitting the road, but then you're like, wait a second, we're missing some crucial pieces here.
For many years, we just kept our domicile as Pennsylvania because that's where our home was. That's where our nursing licenses were. But then we realized, wow, we're paying a lot in taxes and income tax every year, and we really don't need to be.
We're not tax professionals, so reach out to your CPA and figure out this is a good option for you. We did, and it worked for us. So we went to a domicile of South Dakota because it worked in our benefit.
A lot of people are deciding to change their domicile to a few states. Now, Escapees will give you a couple states of options for mailing addresses.
What are those states?
South Dakota, Florida, and
Texas.
Texas.
Yeah, that's right, Texas. I forgot about that one.
Texas.
We picked South Dakota. It works best for us. Do your research and figure out what's good for you.
Because every state has benefits and cons, right?
Yeah. Let's talk about a couple of those.
Yeah, so for example, South Dakota is great. No income tax. Everything is super easy when it comes to like renewing your license and registrations, but
yeah, the registration's even cheaper on the truck.
yeah.
But what?
We just read that if you have a lot of health problems and you need to get services done with a certain provider nationwide and they're established in South Dakota, it can be really, really hard.
Oh, like you have to go back to South Dakota
Yes.
to kind of get those checkups and everything?
Yeah, that's what I heard. We don't really go see doctors. We don't really
We're
need all that.
nurses. Like, we diagnose ourselves and then we wait till the last second before the point of no return, and then we go see somebody. So, well, what about some pros and cons of Texas?
Texas is awesome, except that every year you have to get a inspection on your vehicles.
Oh, really?
Like it's
vehicles. You said plural. What do you mean vehicles?
meaning like your truck, your car, and your RV.
Really?
State inspection.
So that's a must. You
So
can't get around that.
You have to be there every year, which is fine because Texas is big and takes up half the U.S. anyway. What about Florida? What's the con of being a domicile in Florida?
One of the things that we notice is car insurance rates are higher. They kind of rocket up because they're exposed to hurricanes, other natural disasters there within Florida that kind of put you at risk. So with increased risk is increased prices with insurance.
A lot of people do domicile in Florida, and we heard that if you have a lot of health issues / if you're on Medicare, that Florida is great when it comes to access to healthcare.
As we said before, we are not professionals in any of this, so please do your due diligence, your own research,
Please.
and be your own advocate. The Hanks are here for you. We just want to set you up with some baseline information.
So why don't we share with them the process of how we became residents of South Dakota, our domicile process. Now, you can do this entire process in one day, which is crazy to me.
Blows my mind. First thing we did was, actually, Nene, I'm going to let you take this one because you are the master of this.
Okay.
Okay.
The first thing we did was actually get a physical address for the state of South Dakota, and we did that through Escapees. Now it was time to switch over our registration for our truck and trailer. Now, we did this via phone call and mail. You can get this all done in one day in person, but you do have to go to the county that your physical address is in. Here's what happened. Our Pennsylvania registration on our truck and trailer was about to run out, and we knew that there was gonna be a lapse. So we were like, well, let's get our South Dakota plates ahead of time and get those established so that we are not paying Pennsylvania registration to renew and then having to change it again anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know what you're saying. It's not like we call up Pennsylvania and be like, yo, can we get that registration fee back, please? It depends on what your scenario is. Either call them, take your time with it, or just go get it all done in one day.
Yeah, we just want to make you aware that you could do it via mail, but it's not the easiest option.
So now we got our registration taken care of. We got the license plates put on.
Ooh.
Now the last step was to actually go get our licenses.
Now, the great part about this is it doesn't have to be in the county that you are domiciled in. We didn't have to go to Pennington County.
That's great.
Where did we go?
We went at the very like southeastern tip of South Dakota. What was the name of that little town?
Yankton.
Yankton, South Dakota.
Which is pretty cool. I mean, we wanted to explore that area anyway, so we were like, this is perfect.
What we had to do was actually stay one full day, 24 hours within the state of South Dakota, and prove that we had done that within the past 1 year.
Correct.
Yeah. You had to take that physical receipt and take it to the actual DMV to prove that you had stayed that 24 hours.
And RV parks count, hotel counts. So if you want to just fly and get all this done, you can stay at a hotel and have that receipt.
Yep.
Or you can be like us RVers. We went to a KOA.
Take your home with you and enjoy it. But don't forget the receipt before you go to the DMV.
Also, don't forget a printout that you have a legal physical address.
Yes.
We have a paper from Escapees that says our names, and it says that our address is so-and-so, Box Elder, South Dakota.
You must bring that physical form with you. You can't email it. You can't text it. It has to be in your hands when going to the DMV.
So how was the process of actually switching over our license and everything?
That was so simple.
Did we have to make an appointment?
No. We just showed up. We filled out a piece of paper, took it up to the gentleman. He made us do like some eye tests, make sure our vision was good. Once we cleared that, well, I knew I was going to clear it. Nene with her glasses and 6 eyes or whatever. She passed, so we're good there. He's like, all right, you're good to go. I'm going to get these printed for you. We got our new driver's licenses, and then we were official.
And we walked out the door with them. What about when it's time to renew your license?
Isn't it every 5 years?
Correct.
So that's not bad at all.
That is just the process of how we set up Domicile. There
Yeah.
are other ways to do it, but we wanted to make sure we actually threw it at you the Hanks way.
And while you're at it, check out those playlists right here, because we want to get you guys started off on the right foot. Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.